Hi, and welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David, I'm riding a trike. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I try to provide a little motivation to people with chronic illnesses and disabilities to go out and do some form of fun exercise. Why, you ask? Because doing so can be therapeutic, and doing something fun is fun. Nothing wrong with that. Today I am going to pass a personal milestone, and that is I will hit the 15,000 miles ridden on this trike in a little over 7 years. 7 years and a couple of months. I realize that's not a lot to some of my cycling friends who do far greater numbers. But to me, it's a personal achievement. In those 7 years, I've had to deal with cancer, including surgery and chemotherapy, a rejection episode of my transplanted pancreas, which required hospitalization and really strong medications, a viral or a fungal infection called blastomycosis that came very close to killing me, another viral infection called CMV, cytomegalovirus, which is pretty benign to most people, but when you have a suppressed immune system, it could be deadly. I've had massive blood clots in my right leg, the inability to absorb iron anymore from food or supplements, and I think that's about it. Oh, a broken elbow. So anyhow, riding 15,000 miles through all of that, to me, is an achievement. And with those 15,000 miles, I thought I would do a video talking about the takeaways that I have from riding a trike over that distance. Now, I realize that everything I cover here will not be complete. There are going to be a lot more things that other people think of, and not that mine are the most important, not at all. These are just the things that are top of mind for me when it comes to riding a trike. Now, the first one is the health benefit. When it comes to health benefits, true, you can get a lot of the same benefits from riding a bike, a traditional diamond frame bike. The difference is a trike is more accessible. Almost anyone can ride a trike. A lot of people, most people probably, can ride a bike, but there are physical restrictions and limitations that prohibit some people from riding a bike. And most of those people can ride a trike. Regardless, riding either a bike or a trike has significant health benefits. Weight loss. Riding can and will build muscle, and it's good for heart function as well. I've also found that riding has helped me to heal more quickly after surgery. I've had quite a few surgeries in the span that I've been riding the trike, and riding definitely gets me healed more quickly and back to feeling normal more quickly. The second takeaway is the fun factor. Ah, yes, fun. Now, I don't know what it is, and I've mentioned this before, but riding a trike just somehow makes you feel more like a kid. Maybe it's the proximity to the ground. I don't know, being shorter again. Having your perspective lowered by 2 or 3 feet makes everything look different. No matter how many times you've walked, ridden a bike, or driven a certain route, getting getting a trike's perspective will be completely different. Everything looks like it's a whole new place. And there's something about it. I think part of the fun factor also feels a little like a go-kart riding it. Low to the ground, very stable. So there's that too. The third takeaway is comfort. Trike is exceedingly comfortable. Very often people stop me and they'll say, is it comfortable riding that? They never quite know what to call it. And my standard line is, it's like riding a lazy boy. I mean, what's not to be comfortable? You're sitting on a comfortable seat, your legs are out in front of you, and it just feels great. Whereas a diamond frame bike, no matter how comfortable you are on it, eventually you're going to start to get back pains, shoulder pain, wrist pain, and especially butt pain. With a trike, you avoid all of those. You sit on a trike, you ride, literally nothing gets sore. You sit down, put your feet on the pedals, and everything's in the right position. You don't have to make an effort to hold your head up like you do on a diamond frame bike. You sit down and you've got the road or the trail straight out in front of you. And as a testament to how comfortable a trike is, a couple of years ago, I was riding and I stopped. It was the summer, and I stopped at a certain spot, and there were a lot of sounds from birds and insects and other animals, and I shut my eyes just to take the sounds in a little bit better. Next thing I knew, I was waking up. I was only asleep for a few minutes, but I'd like to see anyone who rides a diamond frame bike tell me they fell asleep while sitting on it. That would be a pretty good feat. Then there's the ease of riding factor, and I brought this up earlier. A trike is just easy to ride. You've never ridden a bike in your life? Doesn't matter. You sit down on a trike, put your feet on the pedal, and you just go. There's no learning curve. Now, since I'm giving you my takeaways about riding a trike over an extended period, I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say there were some negatives. One, and because I live in a relatively flat area, it really doesn't affect me all that much. But one negative is riding uphill. Trikes are harder to ride uphill. For one, you can't stand on the pedals like you can on a regular bike and use a combination of gravity and your weight to help you pedal. With a trike, you're always in the same position, so you don't get that advantage. The other problem with going uphill is the weight of the trike itself. Trikes are almost always heavier than regular bikes, and hauling anything heavy uphill is going to be more difficult than taking something lightweight uphill. Another negative is trikes are slower than regular bikes. I know a lot of people claim that's not true, but there are two factors that I think make it true. One is, again, the weight. This trike, with none of my bags or camera gear or anything, weighs just under 40 pounds. With everything I carry, it's about 60 pounds. That's pretty heavy for a bike or a bike-like vehicle. So that will contribute to slower average speeds. The other thing that I believe makes it slower is because you have 3 wheels, 3 tires on the ground, there's more rolling resistance. Rolling resistance equals friction. Higher friction is going to slow you down. That's, it is. I got interrupted there by some people I see fairly regularly out here on horseback. So, yeah, one of the negatives, in my view, is that trikes are slower. It's something I've gotten used to, and I think most trike riders get used to. You're going to go slower, gives you more time to enjoy your ride. That's what it comes down to. Then the final negative is the cost. Trikes are, on average, more expensive than regular bikes. You can find them for cheaper, but if you're looking for a new trike, you have to assume about $2,000 to get you started, and the prices can go up very quickly from there. On the other hand, if you're going to ride for several years, you know, I've had this trike for 7 years already, and mechanically it's as sound as the day I bought it. So it can go many years into the future. So they end up being relatively inexpensive if you look at it that way. So yeah, that's it. Personally, I think a trike is a great form of exercise, something to help get you and keep you in shape, help you with chronic illnesses and disabilities, and it's just a lot of fun. So I plan to ride into the 15,000 mile range and well beyond over the years. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you haven't already to my channel, and hit that little notification bell so you get alerted when I have a new video come out. There are links down below to my website and all the gear that I ride with and use. And I'll see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.